Hey guys, this is Cory with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas. And today, well, I don't have a new unit tour for you, but I'm going to start trying to do something new. Today we're actually going to talk about aluminum sided versus fiberglass travel trailers and the pros and cons for both of them. I'm going to try to do one of these videos a week, and we'll see how they how y'all like them, and I'd really like your feedback. Let me know if you want to see more of this stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and we will dive right in. We'll start with the aluminum trailers. Normally I would show you this on a brand new unit, but I'm sold out of stick and tin aluminum trailers that are new right now. So one of the big advantages, and the reason a lot of people, especially first timers, are drawn to a stick and tin trailer like this is going to be that they're typically more budget friendly. And the way I like to phrase it is, with an aluminum trailer, you get more trailer per dollar. They're also a lot easier to service. If you have, let's say, a water leak, you can take the side off and you're able to fix the framing a lot easier, because these are traditional, like I said, stick and tin, which means that they're going to be a wood frame underneath this aluminum with a aluminum skin over top of that frame. Now they're also going to have what we call fiberglass batten insulation, which is like what you use in your house. It's a very cheap and cost-effective insulation. It works well. Now, the one downside to that is that over time, the insulation can start to sag from the top down to the bottom. So you can have a little bit of insulation gaps over time, which is something to keep in mind whenever you're buying a stick and tin trailer or an aluminum sided trailer. Now, the biggest disadvantage that a lot of people see here in Texas, since we are in Tornado Alley, is that these can get hail damaged very easily. It doesn't take very big hailstones to put a whole bunch of dents in one of these trailers. And you'll see why. If we get up a little bit closer and we sit here and push on this, you probably can't see it, but there is some give in the aluminum. And when, if you think about it, when a hailstone hits it, it's traveling at about 100 miles an hour, and that metal is gonna give because the hailstone is harder than is moving faster and has more force behind it than the aluminum can withstand. So again, that is the biggest downfall to an aluminum trailer. Again, they're cheaper, they're easier to fix. They typically are about the same weight as an aluminum or a fiberglass trailer, but again, you're getting more trailer for your dollar, which is why a lot of people like them. Now, with the aluminum sided trailers, if we get down here, you will notice that you typically are not going to have any sort of underbelly covering or anything like that. So these are more of a spring, summer, fall camper. Most of this type of trailer is not considered for season. And that's something that a lot of people have the misconception of, that that this trailer, even though it has a enclosed underbelly, or it might have an enclosed underbelly, is for season. And they're really not, just because they don't have as much insulation as the fiberglass trailers, which we'll get to here in a little bit. So that is going to wrap it up for the pros and cons of the aluminum sided trailers. Let's go ahead and we'll take a look at a fiberglass trailer and give you the benefits and disadvantages of that. So now if we take a look at this R-Pod here, which is a aluminum framed fiberglass trailer, one thing First of all, you'll notice the smooth skin. And one thing I forgot to mention on the aluminum sided trailers, and an advantage in the fiberglass trailers corner, is these are a lot easier to clean because of the smooth sides, which is kind of nice. It's not as time consuming since you have to get all those ridges and stuff on the aluminum sided trailers. Now, the big draw to the laminated or fiberglass trailers is you get more trailer per pound. For an example, this R-Pod here weighs about 4,500 pounds. It weighs about the same as that cruise light we were looking at plus or minus 4,500 pounds. Now, this being an aluminum sided fiberglass trailer, this one is able to give you things like a slide and an outside kitchen and a couple other bells and whistles that would add weight to a stick and tin or aluminum sided trailer. So again, you get more trailer per pound when you go to a laminated trailer. Now, with that being said, because it's aluminum and you have all the lamination in this, it is going to cost considerably more than a comparable sized aluminum sided trailer or stick and tin, entry level, whatever you want to call it. So that is one downside to this. This also is not going to get hail damage as easily as the stick and tin trailer. Now, if it gets up to softball size, baseball size, I don't care what trailer it is, it's going to have hail damage. That's just the nature of the beast. That those softball and baseball sized hailstorms just tear everything up. The other big advantage that you typically are going to have with the fiberglass trailers is you're going to have 99.999% of the time you're going to have an enclosed heated underbelly rather than just a enclosed underbelly. So, and what I mean by that is you actually have a forced air heat duct down into the underbelly. Now, not every fiberglass trailer has that, but most have some sort of heat pumped into the underbelly. So this is going to do better for cold weather versus, a stick and tin trailer that really doesn't have, it can have exposed tanks and no heat into the underbelly. The one last advantage, and this is the way that I see it, is, and I'll kind of put both these in the background. So notice how many ridges are in this aluminum sided trailer over here versus this R-Pod. For towing, what the fiberglass is going to do for you is it's going to decrease your surface area. If you were to flatten this trailer over here out, the aluminum siding, and make it completely straight, it would be about 4 to 5 feet taller. And what that's going to do for you is, because you have all that wind resistance, those ridges, it's going to make those aluminum sided trailers, they basically tow like a brick. They really do. They've gotten better, now that some of them are having the enclosed underbelly, but this is going to cut through the wind so much better. It's more streamlined in profile. So, and that's a big advantage to me, as the way I see it. So that's going to wrap it up for the fiberglass pros, cons. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and we'll get both these trailers in the frame again and kind of recap a couple things, and this will be a pretty short video. So with that is going to wrap it up for this short little how-to or buying guide tip. So again, just to recap, with the aluminum sided trailers, you're going to get more trailer per dollar. They're easier to work on, and they're typically less expensive than a laminated trailer. And they do have the hail damage thing again, versus a laminated trailer, which is going to cut through the wind a lot better. It's a little more expensive, but you get more trailer per pound. So if you're more weight conscious, this may be a good route to go to. If you're more budget conscious, that may be a good route to go to. And I'm not just saying these two specific trailers. Those are just two that I picked out that were kind of easy, you know, right next to each other. That way I didn't have to walk all over the lot. But I hope that helps, because we get a lot of questions about that, which one's better. If you'd like to see more of these tips, tricks, industry insights, feel free to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and follow along. I've been meaning to do these for like a year and a half, and just now I'm getting around to it, because, you know, in the RV industry, it's been crazy past couple of years, but that's beside the point. Again, guys, we thank you very much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed. Remember, at Custom RV, we never do any hidden dealer fees, and if you appreciate the information, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down below, and remember, we know that RVs are made for women, so men can go camping. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you again very soon.